Now this is Fred Blacks from the tribe of Levi, and I take time out to greet everyone in the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Now greetings also to the Orthodox faith, which is not one of writs and rights, but through a function of the art. And I greet you to the 12 tribes of Israel, which was lost and found, and now gathering and regathering.
Shalom, grace and peace. Your Ak, your brother, your brethren, Yehuda ben Isaiah. And this morning, I have decided to come with a quick presentation. Dealing with the fascinating history of our people. Who will be forever black, was black thousands of years ago, and today are still forever black. So let's see here. Let's dive a little deeper into the fascinating history of our people. Trying to see what's going on here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's see here. Okay. So the first source I'm going to bring out, this book right here called the Hebrew Israel, a comparison of Hebrew and ancient Israel's culture. One more time. A comparison of Hebrew and ancient Israel's culture. And at the bottom, you can see these relics, these coins located in West Africa, also signifying and proving Jacob's seed or Negro, black. Let me see something. So let's go inside this book here. On the right side, you can see what is written, right? But let's blow it up now. Let's blow it up. Let's read and see what it says. So let's see here where I want to pick it up at. Let's start right here. Arabic chronicler, this guy named here Khordad Bet or Khordad Bey, confirmed in 817 AD of a vast trading network of Jews across Africa, Asia, and Europe. Gao was an ancient city in Mali, located 200 miles southeast of Timbuktu. Again, Gao was an ancient city in Mali, located 200 miles southeast of Timbuktu. It had been a commercial center in trans-Saharan trade, transforming into a capital of the Sangay Empire, with its major cities like Timbuktu, Djinni, that reached its peak of prosperity in the 14th and 15th centuries AD, largely dominated by the ethnic Sangay people over smaller African groups like the Mandingos. And when you look at that blasphemous, lying, satanic, devilish chart that the Black Devils recently of the House of David displayed, they also showed the Mandingo. Its rulers were believed to have been a combination of ethnic, etc., etc. But I just want to read this part right here. Just this part here. Gao was an ancient city in Mali, located 200 miles southeast of Timbuktu. Okay, Timbuktu. Let's go to the next source. The next source, the Black Jews in Africa and the Americas. Again, the Black Jews in Africa and the Americas. The Black Jews in Africa and the Americas. Okay, not the Hispanic Jew. The Hispanics forefathers are Europeans. The Hispanic forefathers are not the Negro man. The Hispanics don't come from the seed of the Negro man. The Negro Jew that came from Semitic peoples in Africa and Northeast Africa, which is called the Middle East today, Hispanics do not descend from the seed of the black man. They come from the seed of the white man. Spaniards, facts. I know many Hispanics here in New York City will tell you they come from Spaniards. Let's go inside this book to see what it says here. Let's see where I want to start. Let's start right here. This is seen as meaning that Jews who have no contact with the red menstrual blood at the moment of their conception, as Jews refrain from sexual intercourse during the menstrual period while finished up black, whereas Christians who do not avoid the red menstrual blood during sexual intercourse will finish up white like apples. The same thought is expressed in the contemporary Sefer Yosef HaMikane, which boasts that we Jews are from a clean and white seed. Therefore, our faces are black. When it says clean also and white, it also signifies the inside. That's why it says in scripture the Jews was pure white inside, but ruddy all over. Their bodies are ruddy all over. The color of ruddy is a reddish brown complexion. The brown overtones with the red undertones. A reddish brown complexion. Let's go to the next source. The Yoruba of southwestern Nigeria. The Yoruba tribe of southwestern Nigeria. Again, the Yoruba of southwestern Nigeria. And no Israelite Jew came to the Americas during the Assyrian Empire, during the Babylonian Empire. They was not over here. The Canaanite black Native American Indians were over here, and the Asian Indians were over here. But the Israelites did not come over here. But what about the Hebrew they found? The Hebrew they found over here was Phoenician Hebrew, Paleo. The 10 tribes spoke Aramaic. The 10 tribes did not speak Paleo Hebrew. They spoke Aramaic. Not one Aramaic stone has been found nowhere in the Western Hemisphere. Nowhere. By no scholars. Again, the 10 tribes spoke Aramaic. They did not speak Paleo Hebrew. But the Hebrew language is African language. Phoenicians was Africans. Hebrew is a Semitic black African language. The Yoruba of southwestern Nigeria. Again, the Yoruba of southwestern Nigeria. Let's see something here. As we continue. So, let's dive into this book right here. And it reads, now this is not a clear copy, but what I'm going to do, I have this book, I'm going to dig it up and rescan this page. So it would be a clearer copy. However, in the meantime, I'm going to read what it says. And it reads, where's highlighted at? It says right here. It says earlier writers had noted similarities to Jewish customs, one identifying Yoruba as one of the 10 tribes or the 10 lost tribes of Israel. Yoruba converts to Islam generally acclaim Mecca as their point of origin. One more time. Let's read the highlighted part one more time. It says earlier writers had noted similarities to Jewish customs, one identifying Yoruba as one of the 10 lost tribes of Israel. Yoruba converts to Islam generally acclaim Mecca as their point of origin. Their point of origin. Okay? Again, this is from my source, the Yoruba of southwestern Nigeria. But probably sometime this week, I'm going to dig my book up and I'm going to rescan it. But that's what it says. In fact, let's blow it up a little more so you can see. One more time. It says earlier writers had noted similarities to Jewish customs, one identifying Yoruba as one of the 10 lost tribes of Israel. Yoruba converts to Islam generally acclaim Mecca as their point of origin. Okay, their point of origin. And again, this is from the source, the Yoruba of southwestern Nigeria. What you're looking at right here is an image of Yoruba Jews in Africa, still keeping Torah. And many Hebrews within the tribe of Ephraim also come out of the Yoruba Jews. It says here, Yoruba's sons of Ephraim. One more time. Yoruba's sons of Ephraim. And it reads, however, some say Yoruba is a corruption of the name Jacob, or in Hebrew, Jacob, or Jacob. Others assert that Yoruba is from Yerubbaal, the people of against Baal. One more time. Some assert Yoruba is from Yerubbaal, the people against Baal. But the current Yoruba Jewish population, who claim to come from the Israeli tribe of Ephraim, see Ephraim, was said to have been driven to Yoruba land from Morocco by Muslims and eventually mingled with the Yoruba people. These black Jews in southern Nigeria are called the Imo Yankwam, or strange people, by the native Africans. And when you go into the book From Babylon to Timbuktu, Dr. Windsor also talks about these people being called strange peoples. Just like Beta Israel, they call Falasha. When the Beta Israel, which makes up the tribe of Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Ephraim, Zebulun, etc., when they went to Ethiopia, the local Hamites called them Falasha. The name Falasha means strangers. One more time. The name Falasha means stranger. So when you hear that word Falasha, Ethiopians, it means strangers, showing you that the Jews of Ethiopia, they don't come from there, just as it says in the Bible, just as it says in the book of Esther. God says people are dwelling from India to Ethiopia. And also in ancient times, just about the whole continent of what we call Africa today was called Kush, Ethiopia. That's why you had the Ethiopia or the Ethiopic Ocean. the Ethiopic Ocean. Before it became the Atlantic Ocean, it was called the Ethiopic Ocean because that whole continent at one time was called Kush, and also once called Libya. And it continues to say, B'nai Ephraim, or sons of Ephraim, these Jews who claim that their ancestors came from Morocco, is supported by their language, which appears to be a mixture of Maghrebi Arabic and local Negro speech. Thus, Abu, the word Abu, means father, has become Yaba, from the Hebrew word Abba, and mother, is from the Hebrew Amma. Nevertheless, most of their language is similar to the Yorubas around them. The fascinating history. This is fascinating history of our people as we continue. These Yoruba, let's blow it up real quick here. These Yoruba, sons of Ephraim, observe certain Jewish customs, among which are the great holy days, naming of children on the 8th day, etc. In almost every way, these black Jews are like the Yorubas and are hardly distinguishable from them, except for some outstanding Hebrew observances. As we continue the fascinating history of our people. Now what you're looking at here is an old rare photo. Of Yoruba Jews from 1910. My grandmother was born in 1923. My grandmother died many years ago when I used to teach. I used to be a teacher in Newark, New Jersey. I used to travel every day from New York and go teach in Jersey. My grandmother died when I was a teacher. She passed away years ago. Some years, I would say maybe, let's see here. She passed away probably now about 15, 16 years ago. But my grandmother was born in 1923. 1923 she was born. This photo was taken of the Yoruba Jews in 1910. This photo was taken before my grandmother was even born. It says near the top, Yoruba Salem. See, Yoruba Salem, just like Jerusalem or Jerusalem. Jerusalem, Yoruba Salem. Because why? The Yoruba come from that region, or what we call Israel today. So you're looking at the old rare photo of Yoruba Jews. It says near the bottom, Alafin of Oya, it says Aruba, Yoruba in 1910. This is another image here that was painted many years ago, okay, by Europeans that visited these people because they knew the Jews was all in Africa. The European Jews always knew the Jews was scattered in Africa. That's the reason why they went down to Africa in the first place. They went down to Africa to learn the customs of the original Hebrew. It says here, the children singing, dancing, and praising their way. Hero. It says Bashuran or Bashuran, Ga, see Ga, G-A-A. Oga, Daria, Gun, or Gada, meaning Gad. One more time, Gada. These words here, Bashorun, God, or Aga, Dario, Gun, or Gada, means Gad. Gad, the children of Gad. It says here, of his victory over the Midianites, because the Midianites also was dwelling in Africa and still dwell in Africa today. His victory over the Midianites in Yarubawa land in it says the 10th BCE. So this proves that the Jews of the Northern Kingdom was in Africa, because it said this is from the 10th BCE. The 10th BCE. This is a painting or a depiction of a war that took place led by this king of the Gadites. And it says his victory over the Midianites in Yeruba used to be called Yeruba land. Before it became Yeruba land, it was called Yeruba land in 10th BCE. Yes, my brother. Yes, my brother. I see you in the comment board, my brother. Matter of fact, my brother, let me snapshot, and I definitely will come over. Hold on for a second, my brother. Hold on for a second. Let's continue. We talk about the Yoruba in Africa. Again, one more time. This is a depiction of what took place in Africa. The children singing and dancing and praising their hero. His name was Bashuran Ga. The Ga people come from the tribe of Gad. It says Oga Da Rio Gun or Gada means Gad of his victory over the Midianites in Yeruba land in the 10th BCE. Let's continue. One love to you, to my brother. One love. I see you in the comment board. One love. Let's continue. Yoruba migration routes. Now you can see. Let me grab my cursor real quick here. You can see the Euphrates and the Tigris. Again, my brother Bina, Congo, Gonzalo. One love to you, my brother. We'll definitely link up and talk. I don't have no problem with that. Let's continue. So you have the Euphrates right here, and you have the Tigris right here, near the top here. And you have Babylon right here, east. Over here you have Judea, Israel, Samaria, etc. So the Jews were scattered all above the Euphrates, above the Tigris also, and in Media. That's why I say scriptures say that he placed the Jews also in Media. Media was up in this area right here. So you have Hebrews placed in this area also. So when they decided to leave, as it says in 2nd Esdras, it says they took the counsel among themselves. And the reason why I say among themselves is because they was all thinking the same thing. Okay, after the death of Sennacherib, or some call him Sennacherib, king of Assyria, there was a civil war between his sons that was fighting for power. His two elder brothers or sons was fighting the younger son. Okay, Esau hardened. He became the next king. And finally, Esau hardened through a civil war, was able to overcome his two brothers. But during the course of the civil war, many of the Hebrew Israelites all was thinking the same thing. Because remember, they was living hundreds of miles apart. They was placed in many places all above the Tigris and Euphrates. So they was thinking the same thing. That's why it says they took the counsel among themselves to leave. So they left, but they did not all leave at the same time. But word was getting out of where they was headed. And they headed right down to Ethiopia, because they already knew the tribe of Dan was dwelling in Ethiopia. So here's the migration route. They left and crossed the Euphrates. They went right past Jerusalem, as it says in 2nd Esdras. That's why it says many of them was left behind in God's borders. They went right through Egypt. Many of them went south among the Nile River and settled in Cush, Ethiopia, and then continued this way. While many came this way. In fact, this name here, Aduwa, he was an Assyrian ruler. See, we don't get all the history of every king of Assyria. We don't know the history of every single king. But he also placed Jews in Africa. This king of Assyria also took Jews to Africa and placed them there. But this is not in the Bible though. But everything throughout history is not going to be written in the Bible. So he placed them in Africa. So many of the Hebrews came this way. They came this route. And you see right down here, it says, well, you see my cursor, Yoruba. Yoruba. And here's Sange and Ghana. The Ga people also come from Ghana. That's why you had the word Ghana. Ghana. Ghana is a corruption of Ga, of the Ga people also, which is Gad. So many of the names in Africa is corruption of the Hebrew names. So the word Ghana, Ghana also is a corruption also of Gad, also the children of Gad, the Ga people. Like Nigeria. Nigeria is also a Hebrew word. A lot of people don't know that. It is a mixture of different Hebrew names. Nigeria, which from Erie, Gad's son, etc. Another source, the Contemporary Science Series. The Contemporary Science Series. The Jews, a study of race and environment. Okay, by Maurice Fishberg, printed in 1911 or published in 1911, also before my grandmother was born. The Jews, a study of race and environment by Maurice Fishberg. Let's go inside and see what it says. More likely, this Maurice Fishberg is more likely a white converted Jew with the name Maurice Fishberg. Let's go inside of page 145. 145. Let's pick it up right here near the top. The Jews on the oasis of Mizab to the south of Algeria are a very interesting type. It said because they have there been isolated for centuries, having hardly had any relations with Jews outside this oasis. They lived among the Berber tribes, dressed like their own. It said dressed like their non-Jewish neighbors, and are only to be distinguished from the latter by the earlocks which they wear, and by the fact that the women wear no veils. Okay, then it says here, who obtain measurements of Jewish, Mizbite, Arab, and Negro children on this oasis. He says all of them have dark hair and eyes. He said all the Jews have dark hair and eyes. But watch this here. Let me get my cursor. The cephalic index was 72.9 in the Jews, 75.5 in the Mizbites, 77.2 in the Arabs, and 79.3 in the Negroes. These Jews are thus the most dolichocephalic, there go that word again, of all that have been measured in any part of the world. But one more time, it said that the Jews' skulls is a dolichocephalic. Only the Negro Jew have the dolichocephalic. Only the Jew. No other race. Only the Hebrew Israelites have the dolichocephalic. Let's jump to page 149. It's still inside the same book. 149. Let's pick it up at the top here, as I put my glasses on. It reads, it is stated that the Falashas are not the only Jews of Negro race. Bastian speaks of a Negro Jews living in the Loango coast in Western Africa. They are called their Mavambu or Judeos. They are on the whole a fair-looking race, says Bastian. They are more serious and restrained than the rest of the Negroes. See, although in other places they are despised, here they take the dominating position, or at least such as to be respected and partly even feared, because they are rich and have most of the commerce in their hands. The same author claims that though they are of Negro race, these Jews, though they are of Negro race, still he detected Semitic features or facial features in their, it says, physiognomis. Physiognomis. So it says that these Negro Jews, he detected Semitic features or facial features in their physiognomis, right? Or genomis, however you pronounce that. Even in Madagascar, a traveler has discovered Jews. Sebree mentions that in Ambohipino, on the east coast of that island, he met natives who called themselves Zifi Ibrahim, or descendant of Abraham, and who claimed to be altogether Jews. But I could not detect any difference in color. He said he could not detect any difference in their color or being Negro features. He said all features or dialect between them and the other people of the eastern coast, comments the author. So other people agreed that these are black Jews. These are the original black Jews dwelling in Africa. Even many of them that say they was from Abraham. There was Abraham or Jews from Abraham. Let's continue to the bottom paragraph. The most curious class of Negro Jews is said to have existed in Jamaica. See, in Jamaica and Suriname. In Jamaica, there was a very large degree of intermarriage of the Spanish and Portuguese Jews with Negroes, and today there is said to be there a very large colored population bearing Jewish names. Okay, let's go to another source. Or this is a picture here from inside this book here. The Jews, a study of race and environment. Said that the Jews had a dolichocephalic. This is a picture of a black Jew of India and another black Jew, a black Jew Kohen. Says a Kohen Jew, meaning a Levite of Malabar. Two black Jews. Let's continue. So I blew it up so you can see what I just read. I'm not going to read it again. But again, it says, I'm going to scan through kind of quickly. It is stated that the philosophers are not only the only Jews. Okay. And then it says here, Bastian speaks of the Negro Jews living on the Loango coast in West Africa. They are called the Mavambu or the Judeos. Then it goes on to talk about the Jews even in Madagascar. A traveler had discovered Jews in Madagascar and also discovered a set of Jews that say they are descendants of Abraham, etc. So that's a quick recap, but let's continue. Let's go to another source here. The Western African Jews of the diaspora. Again, the West African Jews of the diaspora. The West African Jews of the diaspora. Itinerary of Benjamin. Let's go see what it says here. Hold on for a second. Itinerary of Benjamin of Tudela. Let's read the itinerary of Benjamin of Tudela. He was also an early century Hebrew traveler. Benjamin of Tudela. Let's pick it up and see what it says here. He says, there is a people among them who like animals, cat of the herbs that grow on the banks of the Nile, and in the fields they go about naked and have no intelligence of ordinary man. They cohabit with their sisters, and and anyone they find. It is very hot. He said it is a very hot land. So he said the Nile is a very hot land. Very hot land. So he talks about the Hamites too. He talks about the Hamites. So look what it says at the bottom. These sons of Ham are black slaves. Now let's go to the bottom paragraph. It is a 12-day, or it is 12 days from Aswan, which is in Africa, to Haluan. He says, where there are some 300 Jews. From there, they go in caravans 50 days journey through the great desert, which is called Sahara. And a lot of people don't know also the word Sahara has Hebrew origin. Again, the word Sahara has Hebrew origin. A lot of people don't even know that. They don't even know that the word Sahara has Hebrew origin. He says one more time. From there they go in the caravans 50 days journey through the great desert, which is called Sahara, to the town of Zabalia, known as Havilah. In the scriptures, known as Havilah in scriptures, in the Bible. That's in Africa. In the land of Ghana, Africa. The word Havilah is in the scripture. It's in the scriptures. And it continues to say, in this desert are mountains and sand. And when the wind rises, the caravans are covered with sand, and all them may die under the sand. That's why it says in 2nd Ezra that the Jews did not have an easy migration. Many of them died along the way. But one more time, this early century traveler, Benjamin of Tudela, he said in the bottom paragraph, one more time, he says, it is a 12 days from Aswan to Halion. He said, where there are some 300 Jews. 300 Jews. Let's go to another source. Black in Africa. Another source called Black in Africa. African Americans in Search of an Ancient Past, by Yaakov Shavit. Yaakov Shavit. Let's go inside and see what it says. It reads here, the Jews as black. Excuse me. The Jews as black. And it reads, in medieval literature, a theory prevailed in which the Jews were part of the black race, or were at least dark-skinned. A number of bizarre examples were brought forth as proof. One was that because Jewish religious law commands that coitus takes place in the dark, Jewish children are born with dark skins. The image of the Jew as dark skinned fits with the image of the southern Mediterranean type. See, Mediterranean type, because people of Mediterranean or the Mediterranean region were also black. Indeed, the Jew practically became the prototypical Mediterranean small, black, and hairy all over. Like Esau. See, even compared to Esau. Then it says here, Abi Grigio wrote that rarely does one meet a pale colored Jew. Rarely does one meet a pale colored Jew, meaning white. That most of them are brownish, meaning black, with curly hair. The image of the Semitic Mediterranean Jew as black occupied a significant place in both popular and learned anti-Semitic literature of the 19th century. Some, like Houston Stewart Chamberlain, in the foundation of the 19th century, described the Jews as an admixture of a Negro blood with Jewish in the diaspora of Alexandria. Why? Because many of the black Jews was dwelling in Egypt, as also mentioned in the Bible. And it reads, in early century or 20th century anti-Semitic and racist literature, the Oriental Semitic Hamitic race was depicted as the complete opposite of the white race. Said that the black Jews, they was the complete opposite looking as the white race. Jewish blood is dark black, wrote Max Brewer. One more time. This guy named Max Brewer wrote, "The Jewish blood is dark black." A racist, anti-intellectual, and anti-Semitic author who produced a series of articles in which Jews are exemplified as utterly negative, because they always made fun of the Jews, where they look. People throughout history always made fun of the Hebrew. Always. It says dark of character, and Judaism as a black essence. One more time. And Judaism as a black essence. Let's see something. I'm not going to be too much longer. I got much more. But I'm not going to bore y'all too much longer. Another source. It says Ijibu, A-B-E-on, or Ijibu, or human being. Again, this source is called Ijibu, or Ijibu, or human being. 19th century origins of discrimination against Ijibu. It says settlers in colonial Abadan, Nigeria. Why? Because the tribe of Dan is also in Africa. Abadan, Ijibu, all Hebrew words. Let's go inside and see what it says. Let's read the yellow part, highlighted part. Excuse me. It says the Ijibu were well known for their irrepressible flair for trading. They was known for trading. This is conjunction with their versatility in countless of other productive ventures earned them accolade the Jews of Nigeria. The Jews of Nigeria. Then it reads, some Ijibu towns of Akoradu or Aru were located along the coast. They were therefore indispensable middlemen in the coast hinterland trade, which probably dates back to the 16th century. The Ijibu traded in a variety of important articles such as chinaware, printed clothes, rum, gins, guns, and beads for slaves. Beads for slaves. But it says these people, the Ijibu or Ijibu, it says they are the Jews of Nigeria. The Jews of Nigeria. Let's see something real quick here. Let's go to another source. Let's get two more and I'll be done. This source is called Bagatelles per urn. What's that? Massacre? Let's go inside and see. What's highlighted in the yellow? It says the Niger or the Niger Jew or nigger Jew is in the process of forcing the Aryan to topple into communism and robotic art into the objective mentality of perfect slaves of the Jews. The Jew is a nigger. It said the Jew is a nigger, meaning Niger, meaning black. The Semitic race does not exist. It said the Jew is a nigger, meaning black. The Semitic race does not exist. It is a free Messianic invention. The Jew is only a cross between niggers and Asiatic barbarians. So he said that the Jews are a nigger race, a black race. The Jews always been a Niger race. Let's blow it up one more time here. The nigger Jew is in the process of forcing the Aryan to topple into communism and robotic art into a objectivist mentality of perfect slaves of the Jews. The Jew is a nigger. The Semitic race does not exist. It is a Freemason or Freemasonic invention. The Jew is only a cross between Niger or niggers or and Asiatic barbarians. Asiatic barbarians. But it said that the Jews is known to look like the nigger race, or is a nigger race. Niger, black. Let's see here. Where else I want to go? In fact, let's just scroll through. I got so much stuff, man. So much. I don't know where to begin. Let's go back here. The Sahara Desert name have Hebrew origin. Again, the Sahara Desert name have Hebrew origin. The name Sahara is of Hebrew origin. The meaning of Sahara is moon. It is also of Arabic origin. It is Arabic origin also. Where it mentions is wilderness. Sahara is generally used as a girl's name. Okay? Usually used as a girl's name, like Sarah. Abraham's half-sister, Sarah. Sahara, desert name, have Hebrew origin. So a lot of people don't even know that. Why? Because the Jews or Hebrew Israelites populated a great amount of Africa. A great amount. It says right here, Niger, origins of the word. Niger, origins of the word. Then it says here, Negritia, or Nigeria. While it is clear that there should be some common denominator for the names of an African territory that appear to derive from the common root, it does not appear possible to find this common denominator. Thus, Negritia is defined according to the Century Dictionary in 1904 as a religion in Central Africa, nearly equivalent to Sudan, and the home of the most pronounced types of the Negro race. The Ogilvy's Africa, London in 1670, a map shows a region called Negritarum, south of the Sahara, to stretch from the Atlantic to the Nile, so that one suspects the Negritia is but a Latinizing of the Arabic word Sudan, which means the land of the blacks. The word Sudan means the land of the blacks. A lot of people don't know that the word Sudan also arises from Dan, the tribe of Dan also. So a lot of people don't know this. Ptolemy makes no mention of Negritia, but his discourse on the rivers of Africa may throw light on the origin of the word Niger. Then it says here, Murray in 1817 on page 381 remarks, he says, westward from the Nile, Ptolemy describes the vast range of Libya. In one particular time, keep in mind the whole continent was called Libya. Interior, it says, watered by the great rivers Gur and Niger. It has been generally understood that this tract comprised the modern Negritia, that the Niger was the great river so well known in Europe under this name, though it is not designated so in any part of Africa, and that the Gur is the river of Banyu. We may add that the name Gur is native in this part of Africa and is applied to a river of Sigil Mesa or Mesa. Sigil Mesa. That word Mesa also is a Hebrew origin. One day I'm going to do a lesson on Hebrew names all through Africa, found all throughout Africa, in cities and towns and villages. Let's see who we got here. Hold on a second. Shalom, grace and peace to you. I'm not gonna hold you guys too much longer. I'm just scrolling through. I'm just giving you guys a tease of what I got. I'm giving you guys a tease of what I got. Nigeria entry. According to the 9th century Jewish traveler Eldad ben Mali, Eldad the Danite was the Ibu. He said the Ibu B'nai Yisrael may be descendants of the members of several of the lost tribes of Israel. He contended that the Jews of Africa came from the tribes of Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher, who had fled to the land of Israel so as not to participate in the civil war between Judah and Israel during the times of Jeroboam's secession and the reign over the northern kingdom. It says in 922 through 901 BCE or 931 through 910 BCE. Then it continues to say, Eldad contended that these Jews originally settled in Havilah, and Havilah is mentioned in the Bible, beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, just as God says in Zephaniah. His people will be dwelling beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. With them, they had a copy of the Tanakh, less the books of Esther and Lamentations. They did not have Esther and Lamentations, though. He said when the tribe of Dan first went down, they did not have Esther and Lamentations, but they had the Tanakh. These Jews had no knowledge of Mishnah nor the Babylonian Talmud, but had derived their own Talmudic tradition, in which all the Jews were credited to Yahusha ben Nun, who received them from Moses, just as there exists a number of theories about from whom the Ibu are descended. There are as many theories as to how they came to reside in Nigeria. One theory holds that ancient Hebrew and later ancient Israelis migrated west from the Arabian Peninsula through Egypt, Ethiopia, Kenya, and Sudan. No one is certain when ancient Hebrews first immigrated from the Middle East and settled in West Africa. It is thought that they began to arrive before 202 BCE. That date associated with the arrival of iron-working civilizations in West Africa. In addition, theory states that North African Jews traded and traveled within the West African kingdoms of Mali, Sangay, Kanem, Bornu. Jews are believed to have been a prominent demographic in these empires. It is even thought that several rulers of the Sangay Empire had Jewish roots. It appears, however, that Judaism in West African, let's see something. Oh, okay, that's I have more, but that's good. That's good enough right there. That's good enough. Should I talk about this here? Let's see. The golden age of Timbuktu. Let's dive into the golden age of Timbuktu. Just a little bit here. The golden age of Timbuktu. It says Niger River, the Niger River. Niger or Niger or Niger, Agatham, Niger, Jin, Nigris, a great river of interior in Libya, flowing from west to east. It has long been a most point among geographers whether the Niger of the ancients should be identified with the river known as the Luba or Kura, which after taking its course through the vast plains or lowlands of Central Africa turns southward towards the Bight of Benin. Okay, in fact, the children of Ephraim or this word Benin is corruption of the children of Ephraim, where it enters the sea. For then it says here, let's go into this book here, the Niger Journal of Richard and John Lander. So if we on the word, since we're dealing with Niger, right? Let's go inside and see what it says. It says Juba appeared then to confirm Herodotus, but Claudius Ptolemy, and he was one of the first Europeans to draw maps. In fact, he said Osiris was located in Africa. Claudius Ptolemy, the best informed of all classical geographers, produced in the 2nd century AD an account of the interior of Africa. He also said again that Osiris is in Africa, which accepted the existence of a river called Niger, but showed it to have no connection with the Nile. Unfortunately, Ptolemy's description of the river's course was phrased in so compressed and cryptic a manner that later scholars found it impossible to interpret coherently. They was not able to interpret it. 1,000 years after Ptolemy, the great Arab geographer Edrisi put forward a beguilingly simply account of the rivers of the interior of Africa. In the interiors of East Africa, Edrisi, basing himself on Ptolemy, placed a lake out of this lake flowed 2 great rivers, one northward, and here Ptolemy again with his authority to become a Nile of Egypt. The other, which Edrisi called the Niger or the Nile of the Negroes. See, he said the Nile of the Negroes, westwards across the breadth of the continent until it reached the Atlantic. The Nile of the Negroes, European geographers equated with the Niger. Okay, they say in the Senegal and in Gambia, the mouths of the great river. The mouths of the great river. So this is Ptolemy right here. Ptolemy, it says from 87 through 150 BC. I'm sorry, AD. Claudius Ptolemy and the Nile. London, 1854, regards the Niger as a hypothetical river representing collectively the waters of the Beludu Jared. Either way, Ptolemy was one of the first Europeans to draw maps of Africa. And this white man right here said that Osiris is in Africa. Let's see here. Oh man, I got so much information, man. I'm telling you. But one day we're gonna go through all this stuff. Let me just scan through here. Man, I'm telling you, I got a lot of information. Let's go right here real quick. 6 months service. This another early source printed in 1969. African blockade. The African blockade. Let's go inside and see what it says. It says the Akus are the Jews of Africa. On page 15, the Akus are the Jews of Africa, and many of them, having amazed fortunes, return to their country. They more frequently become converts to Mohammedanism and Christianity. But again, it says the Akus are the Jews of Africa. This is from this source here, African blockade. Let's blow it up so you can see. One more time. The Akus are the Jews of Africa, and many of them, having amazed fortunes, return to their country. They more frequently become converts to the Mohammedanism than Christianity. So more of them convert to become Islam or Muslims than those that converted to become followers of Christ. Basically, that's what it's saying. It said the former offerings are plurality of wives and dealing in charms and the marvelous accords better with their ideas, etc. Let's see what else I got. Let's see what else I got here. Man, I got so much stuff. I don't know where to begin. I got so much information. I don't know where to begin. But so it's all good. We'll come back to it. Maybe I give you guys one more. Oh, this is just the witness right here. This is more information. Journal. Let's do this last one. We'll finish it up. A journal article. The role and travel of the birth of the Yoruba. Okay. Let's go inside this article right here. This article was done in 2002. Let's go inside. It was published in 2002. Now, we just read about the Akus, right? We just read about them in this book printed in late 19. What year that book was printed again? 19. I can't remember. Either way, it says right here in this article. It says right here. Let's pick it up right here. This paragraph right here. The Akus, who form a great proportion of the liberated Africans, are eminently distinguished for their love of trading, and occasionally amass large sums. From their frugal and industrious habits, the Aku are called the African Jews. Again, the Aku are called the African Jews. Let's blow it up. The Akus are formed of a great proportion, etc. From their frugal and industrious habits, the Aku are called the African Jews. Man, I got so much information. Let's do this one. Let's go ahead. Let's continue this a little bit. It says, this is another early source printed in 1797. The Buffon's Natural History, printed in 1797. 1797. This book was printed, right? It says the theories of the earth, a general history of man, etc. This is the author right here. Okay, let's go inside and see. It has been pretended that the Jews who came originally from Syria and Palestine have the same brown complexion they had formerly. Meaning this here, they did not do no damn metamorphosis. They did not do no metamorphosis. As Mithium, however, justly observes, the Jews, this is the white man right here. Okay? This is him right here. He says the Jews of Portugal alone are tawny. That word means black, as they always marry with their own tribe. The complexion of their partners is transmitted to the child. He said that these black Jews of brown complexion, they are tawny and always married. They always marry with their own tribe. In fact, let's end it. Your brother Yehuda got some things to do. Got a little run around to do. Got to drive to Brooklyn. Take care of some personal business. But I just want to come on real quick just to show a little bit, not much, of the black Negro Jews of Africa. Fascinating. Okay, our history is fascinating history.
Now this is 5 blocks from the tribe of Levi, and I take time out to greet everyone in the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Now it is also to the Orthodox faith, which is not one of writs and rites, but through a function of the art. And I greet it to the 12 tribes of Israel, which was lost and found, and now gathering and regathering.